With the introduction of assistants, Mac OS 8 continues the leadership of the Mac OS as the easiest OS to install and configure. Assistants are your online digital consultants that will help you perform new tasks, such as setting up your Mac OS computer for the first time or getting connected to the Internet. Building on the new Unified Installer in Mac OS 7.6, a new assistant-like interface makes Mac OS 8 even easier to install. Assistants provide you with information about the task that will be performed and then ask you for just the most basic information required to perform that task. For example, for installation, you simply specify the hard disk you want to install Mac OS 8 on. The popular Clean Install feature is clearly accessible to help you create a completely new system on your computer. All aspects of installation are integrated, including late-breaking information and license information in several languages. You can then specify exactly which elements of Mac OS 8 you need or want installed on your computer. Apple has determined that many system problems are actually a result of software that has been installed on a hard disk that needs to be repaired. To prevent such problems, when you click the Start button, the installer automatically checks the hard disk for problems and automatically updates your Apple hard disk drivers. It then installs all the components of Mac OS 8 that you've selected and restarts the computer only once. That's it. You're up and running with Mac OS 8. The first time you start up a computer with Mac OS 8, either after upgrading or when turning on a new computer for the first time, the Mac OS Setup Assistant automatically launches to help you configure your system. Assistants recognize your configuration, make assumptions on your behalf, ask basic questions, and then perform a given task for you. For example, the Mac OS Setup Assistant starts by telling you what is going to happen. It then prompts you for your name and organization. Of course, it respects any settings you have already configured. You specify the date and time and whether daylight savings time is in effect. You specify your location in the world and your preferences for date and currency formatting. The assistant can help novice users configure their system to be easier to use by enabling the Simplified Finder. Again, the assistant provides you with information about your system configuration. In this case, the assistant has recognized that this computer is connected to a network, so it asks you to give the computer a network name and password. You can be introduced to features of the system that you may not be aware of. For example, the ability to share files across your local network. The Setup Assistant can set up file sharing for you, so you can easily share information with your colleagues without a complex configuration process. The vast majority of computer users configure their systems with a printer, so the Setup Assistant takes care of this for you. The assistant sets up both network printers and printers connected directly to your computer. The assistant gives you the opportunity to review your choices and make changes if necessary. Then, based on your answers, the Mac OS Setup Assistant automatically configures the system to your specific needs.